Hello, this is my video on things that I've learned on Microsoft Excel based on watching the videos that we were told to ask as in our GS assignment. My name is Davina Manjaji. I am from SBA Upstream, SCS 24, a GS apprentice in the turnaround team. Now, for the first one, the first useful tool that I found was that we can resize the columns easily without having to manually do them, which is what I usually do before this. So I'm thankful that we got this assignment, because if we didn't, I maybe wouldn't have found out about this. So the first one was we can actually just double click the column bar to automatically make the words in the cells fit, and hereby resizing the column based on the data in the cells. So besides that, we can also select each of the column, just drag and select them as shown, and then we double click in between any of the columns and it will automatically resize each of the columns based on the data in the cells. So this helps to make the data look nice and easier to comprehend. And the second most useful tool I found from this video was the Format Painter. The Format Painter can be used to make other multiple cells be in the same format as in the other cell selected previously in one go without having to pick each of the cells one. So this saves a lot of time while doing our Excel work. The third one is the AutoSum function. Usually before this, when I want to sum up a whole lots of cells, I usually drag everything, all the data from the top to the bottom. But now I know that when you just type AutoSum, it automatically sums up the values above the column, although there cannot be any empty columns in between the data cells, so empty rows. Therefore, this AutoSum function really does make summing the data easier. The fourth most useful tool throughout this GS assignment on learning more about Excel is the range tool, where we can easily find and select which column of the rows that we want Excel to find, where we want the maximum or minimum or average value within those cells. So as in the video, they type equal, and then we can type which tool that we want, maximum, minimum or average, and then Excel will help us select it based on the range that we just selected previously. And the fifth most useful tool I found was actually the index and match function, where if you just type equal index and the array means the range of the data cells, and it highlights the range by click and dragging. So you can see there the input 3 as a row and 2 as a column. So this function helps us detect what data in the cell at a certain row or column. This is the index function, and it works well with the match function, where if you type equals match and there's the lookup value. So the lookup value is what is Excel looking for. So for an example, you can write July as the person did in the example video, and then lookup array, which is what is the range that we want Excel to find and examine for us. And then you can choose lots of options: less than, exact match, greater than, whichever value that we want. So this match function helps us to look at which row or column the data is at without having to look through it one by one. So thankfully for Excel, it can save us a lot of time, and this assignment has definitely helped me to encounter more Excel solutions to do my work. And thank you so much for listening and watching my video. Thank you.